Hi guys, welcome back to Creatively Expressive. My name is Amy and today I'm going to show you 3 ways to use rub-on transfers. If you love budget-friendly DIYs, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps support my channel. For this project, I'm starting with 3 thrifted frames. Two of them have pictures inside, so I'll remove those first. Next, I'll trace one of the pictures onto the back of an MDF sign from Dollar Tree. Then I'll use a utility knife to cut it down so it fits perfectly inside the frame. To secure it, I'm using a combination of Titebond glue and hot glue, placing the MDF piece into the frame with the backside facing out. Now I have 3 frames ready for painting. I'll take them outside and prime everything with a coat of ultra matte white spray paint. For the first frame, I want a deep navy teal. Since I don't have the exact color, I'm mixing Admiral Blue and Caribbean. Then adjusting the shade a bit with Tuscan Teal until I'm happy with it. Once it's just right, I'll paint both the frame and the background. For the second frame, I'm going for a terracotta tone. I'm mixing cinnamon, apple red, and snow white to create the color. Then painting the frame and background. For the third frame, I want a dusty teal. I start with Caribbean and add small amounts of black and brown to tone it down. Then paint the frame and the background. Once everything is dry, it's time for the transfers. I found some magnolia rub-on transfers on Amazon and chose 3 floral designs, 1 for each frame. To apply them, I peel off the backing, position the transfer, and use the included burnishing tool to rub it onto the surface. Then I carefully peel away the carrier sheet. Some of the designs are a bit large, so I trim them down before applying. Once all 3 frames are finished, this project is complete. I absolutely love how the color-drenched look turned out. For this project, I'm transforming a Silverware Caddy from Goodwill into a paintbrush holder. Since the surface is a little slick, I lightly sand it to help the paint adhere better. Then I prime it with ultra matte white spray paint. Next, I'll use that same deep navy teal from project number 1 to paint the inside, handle, and shorter sides of the Caddy. To protect the paint, I'll apply a couple of coats of Liquitex gloss varnish. For the design, I created a template using cardstock to fit around the handle and front panel. Then I traced the template onto the back of a large rub-on transfer and cut it out. Because the transfer is large, I used parchment paper to help position it, sticking down one side at a time. Once it's in place, I burnish it onto the surface and peel away the carrier sheet. I trim any excess with an X-Acto knife and repeat the process on the other side. To finish it off, I add a bit of gold rub and buff to the edges. I got a little carried away near the top, so I decided to lean into it and add more gold for a cohesive look. And that's it for this project. Okay, be honest. Did I go a little overboard with the gold? Let me know what you think. For the final project, I'm starting with a clear thrifted vase. I'm painting the inside using several coats of the color Tuscan Teal. When painting on glass, I found it's best to apply the first coat normally, then use light single direction strokes for additional coats to avoid lifting the paint. Once I'm happy with the coverage, I seal it with Liquitex gloss varnish to help prevent scratching. For this project, I'm using higher quality magnolia transfers from Redesign. I cut out the individual floral pieces and started applying them one by one. Since this is a curved surface, there's definitely a learning curve. I found that gently lifting the carrier sheet while burnishing helped the transfer stick better. For the second piece, I tried applying it in sections by partially removing the backing, but still ended up with some wrinkles. On the third try, I lightly positioned the entire transfer with my hands first, making sure it was as smooth as possible before burnishing. This method worked best for me. I continue layering the florals around the vase until it's fully covered. This one didn't turn out quite how I envisioned, so if you have any tips for applying transfers to curved surfaces, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Here are my final thoughts on the transfers. The Amazon transfers were more affordable, but they felt more like brittle stickers. They worked fine on flat surfaces, but they cracked easily and didn't handle curves well. The redesigned transfers were about twice the price, but the quality difference was huge. They're true rub-on transfers and much easier to work with, especially on curved surfaces. As the saying goes, you get what you pay for. If you enjoyed today's projects, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more budget-friendly DIYs, thrift flips, and creative inspiration. Let me know in the comments which project was your favorite, and if you've worked with rub-on transfers before, I'd love to hear your tips. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.